neighborhood pages, right? We can talk about these areas on our website, right? What if I got a backlink that said HVAC contractor, Normal Heights area, San Diego, right? Or like, let's just mention it in all these different spots and let's see what happens. So when Google is trying to decide who is most relevant in an area, so it's really all about relevance, right? So relevance includes quality, right? So if I am a really good fencing contractor, I'm not relevant to HVAC. But if I'm a really good HVAC contractor because I've got a lot of content on my site and I've got these other sites that are linking to my site, they're saying like Patrick's HVAC company is really good. It's got great information. This is a site that you should pay attention to. Like Google looks at that and says, oh, okay, this person's relevant because they have good information. They've got a lot of reviews, so people trust them. People like, here's proof that these guys are actually doing this stuff. And then they're looking at the reviews and they're saying, what are people talking about in the reviews? What area? Oh, they're talking about this part of town. Maybe they provide service in that part of town. It all makes sense as to why this stuff works and why this stuff matters, right? But if you guys sit there and you don't take advantage of it, you might as well not know this stuff because it's of no value. If you've got GMBs that aren't ranking, this is kind of a blueprint on how you can get those GMBs to start ranking. It's like, use this heat map. This heat map is phenomenal for improving your ranking on this area. So it's kind of like a 1, 2, 3 punch thing, right? The first thing is you can use this to do due diligence on the area before you go into a city, right? Let's find out who the top ranking people are. Let's find out how tough those people are. If they're weak, we go into that area. Okay, now we're into the area and we're starting to rank and we're starting to get some results. We can use this to help us rank better, right? We can use this to find out where we're weak, where we're strong. Maybe we need a second or third GMB. If this was my company and I was in San Diego, with how populated it is, you're going to have a bunch of GMBs. Like I would say between 5 and 8. If you're going to hit this whole, like if you want to take over San Diego, you're not going to do it. As we saw, like this is exactly evidence of what I'm talking about. This is a small area here. And the top person is a 7.65. If we go back to that other one that's covering the whole city, this one right here, the top ranking person has an average of 15. If you were to go into a small town, like you'll see HVAC companies that have an average of 1.0 because they're ranking in every spot. You just don't see that with one GMB, no matter where you go for a big city like this. It's just really hard to do. I mean, you can see it in some niches, but it's rare to see it in like an area like San Diego or Chicago or Dallas, where with one GMB taking over a competitive niche, right? And staying that way for any length of time, right? You'll see this much more often. You got to set up more GMBs to be able to, you got to divide the city up into areas and put GMBs, put those little antennas all over the place, and then be using this on each antenna to improve the local ranking for each one.